discussed in the previous video that in essay we will be writing 4 paragraphs, that is introduction, 2 body paragraphs and conclusion. So the main question that students have is how to write introduction, because in introduction the word limit is 50 to 60 words, and it is very much necessary to know that how we are supposed to complete this particular word limit, because often it has been seen that students usually write something that is completely off topic. So just to save yourself from not going off topic or beyond the topic, we will today learn how we can write introduction in a much better way. So let's begin. Before I start, I would like to tell you the purpose of introduction. The purpose of introduction is that it is self-explanatory. Self-explanatory means that when the examiner reads your introduction, he should be clear that what is the question and what is your opinion and what you are going to tell in the upcoming paragraphs. That is the whole sole purpose of self-explanatory, because usually it happens that if the students mostly write wrong introduction or they are something writing off topic, so the purpose of the question itself is not clear. Now when I have to introduce my essay, I will make sure that I will introduce the main topic around which the question is revolving, about the rephrase of the question and what I am going to explain in the upcoming paragraphs. So even if the examiner does not read the question and he is not aware that what is the question, if he reads the introduction, he should be clear that what is the question and what is the demand of the question. Now let's see. In introduction we have 4 components that we will include, and we will make sure that we complete the word limit of 50 words. Before that, let's start with the 4 components. The first one is journal statement, and it is also known as the background statement. Journal statement and the background statement. Now what is journal statement or the background statement? This means that whatever the topic is, let's suppose the topic is about technology, or the topic is about crime, or the topic is about environment, so you will just give a little bit introduction related to that particular topic, just introductory line to that topic. We will see that how we can give such introductory lines. I will take an example, but for now I just want you to know that journal statement and background statement means that the main topic around which the question is revolving, you will just give introductory line to that topic. And the second thing that we have to do is rephrase the question. Rephrase the question means rewriting the question again, but by using a different sentence structure, by using different words, or you can say synonyms, so that there is no repetition, but whatever you write should actually represent the question itself, but it will not be the same language. If you will use the same language what it is used in the question, then definitely your bands would be deducted. Now the third thing that we will include in introduction is thesis statement. Thesis statement means declaration of my support. Let's suppose if I agree with a particular question, so I will say that I agree with this statement. That is my thesis. That means I am going to tell that which idea or what thing am I supporting over there in the thesis statement. And the fourth and the last one is outline statement. Outline statement means you are going to just tell that what you are going to write in the upcoming paragraphs. It is a very simple one. I will explain that how we can write. So let's take an example of the question. We will take one example. Oh, it will be EG, and the example is smoking is dangerous it should be banned at public places. Do you agree or disagree? Now this is the question. Now over here I have taken this question because of two reasons. First one is that it is very simple and you will just get an idea that how we can write, and definitely when I will discuss more difficult questions you will also get an idea, but from the very first step we will begin with a simple question. And second thing is that this question is a very small question. As you can see, it is only of one line. So now to write 50 words or 60 words for introduction from this one line is a big challenge for the beginners. So we will see that how we can write introduction in 50 to 60 words by this one liner question. Now the question says smoking is dangerous, ठीक है, and ये ban हो जानी चाहिए public areas में. Do you agree or disagree? As I discussed the types of question, one type was to agree or disagree. This means that either I will be agreeing or I will be disagreeing. That means I have to choose one-sided opinion. This much is clear, I am sure, to all of you. Now the question is revolving around the main topic, that is smoking, right? So smoking is the main concern over here in this question, and the question says that it is dangerous and it should be banned at public places, and do you agree with this thing or disagree? Now I have to write the general statement or background statement related to which topic? Smoking. I will not write anything related to question, but I am just going to write one or two lines general statement or background statement that would be related to smoking itself. Let's begin how we can write. It can be very common, you need not be very different, or you need not waste your time in this. It can be very general introductory line, and slowly with practice we can use good vocabulary itself in this general statements. But for the beginning I can say that you need to just have main concern that we have to introduce my essay with general statement. That should be the main concern. Now let's start. So what can be the introductory line over here? Let's see. So over here I am writing that in this current epoch, smoking has become very common among each and every age group. So first journal statement I have given that in this current epoch smoking has become very common among each and every age group. People consider it to be a stress buster. जो लोग हैं उसको एज अ स्ट्रेस बस्टर कंसिडर करते हैं. Now over here I have given two general statements or two background statement that is related to the main topic, that is smoking. Now I will rephrase the question. My first statement over here in the question was smoking is dangerous. Now I have started with this two general statements and I have to link it with the rephrase. So I am writing that despite the fact that it is injurious to health. So over here I have taken the synonym of dangerous and I have written that despite the fact that it is injurious to health. So this line, that smoking is dangerous, I have rephrased and I have written despite the fact that it is injurious to health. Why I have written despite the fact? Because I am linking this question with my general statement or my background statement. Now the next part of the question says it should be banned. So what can be the synonym of ban? For ban you can use prohibited, you can use restricted, and should एक modal है, इसकी जगह हम must use कर सकते हैं. Now this statement is very small, that is it should be banned at public places, but I know that there are two opinions. Some people will agree that yes हमें ban कर देनी चाहिए smoking, but then there are people who will disagree to this, that हमें ban नहीं करनी चाहिए. So I will rephrase my question in that, keeping this thing in my mind. Now just have a look at how I will rephrase. one section of society reckon that one section of the society reckon that it must be prohibited at public places, while others contradict. Okay, so I have rephrased my question like one section of society reckon that means that they believe that it must, so should ki jagah I have used must, be prohibited rather than using this word banned I have used prohibited. Public, for public place we don't have a direct synonym, so I have written it as it is, that are public places, while others contradict. Now according to the question it is agree and disagree. I know that there will be two opinions only, so I have mentioned over here that these are the two opinions where one section thinks that it should be prohibited while the others do not agree with this or they contradict. Okay, now I have to give thesis statement. Thesis means I have to tell that to which opinion I agree. I will say I agree with the former view. So out of these two views, that it should be prohibited and others contradict, the former one is the first one, that is it should be prohibited. If I agree with the second one, that is while others contradict, I will write I agree with the latter one. So it depends upon you, जिसके साथ भी आप agree करोगे आप former लिख सकते हो या latter लिख सकते हो. So I agree with the former opinion, so I am writing that I agree with the former view. This is my thesis statement. Now in continuation of the thesis statement only I will give my outline statement, that is on which I will throw light in the upcoming paragraphs. This is after this word on which I will throw light in the upcoming paragraph is my outline statement. So this is the example of introduction that I have given to you, where I have included all the four components of introduction. Till here we have general statement, or you can say background statement, sorry, till here, till stress buster. From here to here we have rephrased the question, and then till here, till former view, it is thesis, and then lastly it is outline statement. Let's read the introduction again. In this current epoch, smoking has become very common among each and every age group. People consider it to be a stress buster despite the fact that it is injurious to health. One section of society reckon that it must be prohibited at public places, while others contradict. I agree with the former view, on which I will throw light in the upcoming paragraphs. I guess I have completed the word limit over here. So this is how we write the introduction, where we will be taking all the four statements into consideration, that is thesis, sorry, that is general statement or background statement, you can say, rephrase, thesis and outline. Once you follow this pattern, it will be a surety, and you will be sure that you are not going to go off topic, and this is considered as one of the most effective and the easiest way to write introduction. I hope all of you have learned today how to introduce the essay. That's it for today's class. Thank you so much.